just didn't do it. But no. We actually went to a poly board game event. And I was like thinking in my head, is this gonna be corny? Maybe board games, but maybe it'll be something like better to hop the fuck out of this square of a box frame that I'm locked in all day, just processing ChatGPT and posting on social media and connecting with people only through this fucking box, and then sleeping on a fucking, which is a bed now, which is great, but just actually using my brain in a different way to just use my imagination to be in a playful sacred space. Maybe that'll be healthy for me. And it was. It was cool. So we got there, and it was really just, it was like 6 dudes. 6 dudes. They were all like 4 of them were older, like old, like 60, 50-ish, maybe 40-ish, 40 to 60. And then there was one black girl who was young. She was probably like 30. She's probably my age. And then they were cool. But I was happy. What was good about going to that event last night was just having the opportunity to express freely and talk within the language of polyamory, open relationships, and non-monogamy. Like that there's just something so liberating about that, because I don't feel like I'm pushing against the grain. I don't feel like it's David and Goliath, like I always say. I don't feel like need to stand tall and break through some barriers, because someone's gonna either think it's weird or think it's just me talking about sex, or someone's gonna get fucking triggered, or someone's gonna make it awkward, or it's just someone's gonna get uncomfortable because I'm challenging their beliefs. It's just a fucking a spiral of shit that I just know I have to deal with when I'm in a mononormative situation, and people that don't have that frame of language, and these people did, which is great. And it's more for like board games, playing the game, and like just being there and community. So that was cool. But this guy, he actually came later. It was this younger dude, and it was interesting because you get around certain people, and what I answered my question yesterday about was saying it's not about the way people's answers that really dictate who they are, but it's the questions they ask. And the questions they ask is by how attentive they listen. And he had a very calm variation of listening and direction with himself that I really appreciated. And he was very knowledgeable and very articulate with the way he expressed himself, which I fucking loved. And it made me do the same. Next week, this was day, what? I think it was it was the first week, bro. And I was already talking about, if you don't respect the environment, it's not gonna respect you. And these homeless people just be reckless out here, bro. They just be fucking throwing their shit everywhere. It's like, of course your ass ain't gonna fucking, but whatever. But yeah, this dude, his name's John, and what is hitting my back of my heel? I don't know what the fuck that is. And so I could tell he was very educated in the way he spoke, or just very articulate. Loved it. And then as everyone got up and left, we played the game, and it was fun, and it was good to get in that space and just be present and be around some like-minded people. But I was like, damn, well, I really wanted to connect with someone at a high level. I know it's going to bed. I'm very surprised. There's been no homeless people that have caught on to my spot. But yeah, so, and then as I was about to leave, we caught each other. But yeah, I think homeless people, they sleep during the day, not at night. So it's a good thing. But yeah, so caught him in it, and like right as everyone was leaving, I didn't really connect with anybody else at a very high level like that, except for him. We ended up getting to talk about our relationship dynamics and how we both agree with not dating someone with a primary partner. And I brought up the polyamorous community covenant and the direction I'm going in, and then we talked about his story and my story, and then we were just bouncing off of each other and just hitting each other for some facts from non-monogamous world, and talking about how our beliefs within polyamory, and we talked for like at least 2 hours. It was great. And I said to myself, this shit's wild. And it was just back and forth, and then I ended up transitioning, telling him, sleeping on a tarp for 250 days, and I could tell he was getting triggered, and not triggered, but he could tell his nervous system was getting aroused. and it kind of like shifted the energy of like, okay, what is this guy really on? Like, is he homeless, or is he, what is his deal? Like, you try to figure that out. But he realized that this is just more of a spiritual, practical and spiritual journey for me, that I explained to him, of this extremes of life create balance, and this is the true, authentic way I believe I need to live right now to be able to have not only money, time, and energy, but to live as naked as possible with my spirit and align myself with that. And he understood that, and what's crazy is he lives not too far away from here, which is wild. So he gave me a ride back, and he said he gave me the opportunity to sleep at his place, but he's about to leave in the morning. I was like, no, like, my journey is intentional, and I'm getting these days in, and we just met. And so he also does gymnastics, and I told him my boy Lucas overdosed on cocaine, laced fentanyl, which I'm going to learn gymnastics for him. It's crazy that that's the case with you. And then he said he also goes to this like naked gay, I forgot, it was like a gay event, even though he's not gay. And I was like, yo, we can get a podcast going. I'm trying to go in the direction of starting my own podcast, my own naked polyamorous podcast. And I feel like you'd be perfect for it. And then he said Friday it might be happening. But the problem is I don't know what the fuck I did with his number. So I hit him up on Meetup, and I think I texted a number. I don't know if that was him or not. But overall, it's crazy how you just try to manifest with action, and you go in the direction that you feel is right, and you keep putting yourself into spaces and environments, and it opens up opportunities for you. And that's exactly what happened. It's an opportunity for us to connect and do this podcast direction. And I think it'll be something if I fucking get a hold of him. Fuck, I swear I texted him. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think I texted him. I don't fucking know. But that being the case, that was the last night. I've been just posting, just getting caught up from. I've been a week behind for a while now. I need that to change. And so, but there's definitely another homeless person that's sleeping in this bed. So it's not just me. Which is a little sketch. But fuck it. But I don't know why I didn't bring my iPad. I was like, I don't need my iPad. I'll be good. Bitch, bring your iPad, because it gives me reference points of the things that I've done over the past 2 days, so I can bring it to life. But pretty much I've been posting day 6 through 10 of the 12-day training routine that I've done, and what that's meant for me. I did the last day, Spartan training routine, I'm sorry. And the last day, I'm going to talk about some statistics about us, like when we pass away or we die. That's like one of our biggest fears. And so I ended up incorporating that into statistics about divorce, statistics about the loneliness epidemic, the statistics about infidelity in that direction, and it was all within that reel. So, but that being said, I'm at the point where I'm on social media, I'm in Atlanta, and I'm at this swinger couple's house who we didn't even like have sex, which regardless, they're friends of mine, which could have been a possibility, could not have, but it didn't align that way. But I'm at the point where we made content, and we made a video. Like I'd done the permission pools, and this actually was the first time I had the opportunity to have someone in my permission pools, which was lit. So fucking lit. It was litty. Exactly. Litty. And that was the first time. This is last weekend, right? So this couple I met at Naughty Nollins invited me out to their house because they live in Atlanta, and they had like this takeover that weekend that was happening, and I was like, oh my god, I can do content and I can connect with people and vibe out. And so it was great, and they gave me a place to sleep. They even gave me their car for a while to go get my boots. It was great. Made my bed. But yeah, so I'm at the point where that's a homeless guy, but fuck it. Yeah, I'm at the point where this guy why he wouldn't just get on the bed. Okay. But I'm at the point where I made content with them. So what we did was, me and the husband, we ended up getting naked, and his wife was having a yearly review and working from home, so we put on the capes that I have. One says Liberate Love, and the other one says the 5 Jungle Missions on it, and then we put on the ski mask, and then walked into the room, and I recorded all of it. I recorded on my phone, I recorded my glasses, and she wasn't mad. It was like a funny, jokingly, like, what the fuck. But I just edited that content, and I said it to him. I said, hey, like, the name of it was Poly Guy Meets Swinger Couple, and underneath it says yearly review work shit or something. I said something like that. Oh yeah, wife has a yearly work review or something like that. It sounded mad like porno-ish, but yeah. I think I might have mentioned this in one of the lives before this, but regardless, it happened. But, and then we ended up walking out, but I recorded it. But the point of bringing all that up is because I edited the content just now, because I'm like from last week, not this past weekend, but a weekend ago. Like I'm like 7-8 days behind. Well, I just thought of something which I'll mention later. But I sent it to them in the group message, and she was like, "Yeah, with work, I don't know if it's a good idea to post that." And so I was like, "I can change the title and whatever." And so I don't think I'm going to be able to post that. But the biggest problem I'm having is because there's this content that we shot, and they shot it on their phones, right? So they have probably a massive amount of gigs and it was like 30 or 40 minutes probably worth, and their storage got full. And I didn't get that content though, and I needed to cut it up to do collab with them. And I also wanted to do a podcast with them, but it didn't work out that direction. But the point is that they had a Google Drive, and they haven't uploaded it in there yet. So in that time frame on social media I'm in Atlanta, and I posted the content of me doing my last day of the Spartan training there at their house, which was just me running and then doing light sprints and stretching. And then I did and that's pretty much, and then I made a video of how grateful I was because of them taking me in and feeding me dinner and giving me their car and letting me have a place to sleep, and made a video of that. But the big thing is, like, this collab shit is fucking necessary. But, so, I don't know what's going on with that, but we'll figure that out. But, so that's what I was doing today. And then I was also in my bag just now tonight, because I was thinking of different ideas of, the problem is, right, we want to get to the point of, we started off being like, oh, let's do the Jungle Fever and Jungle University and I realized real quick with that I'm trying to figure out different ways to get plugged into these spaces, and I said, okay, I need to do something in the meantime if I can't get people to join the Jungle University or the Jungle Fever, and I'm still figuring out the podcast direction. So boom, I said, I'm gonna start the permission pools where I can have a conscious co-working space, figure out a way to get people in there, and then I can do the Jungle Polyfit where people can maybe work out social for people to come to, and also do the podcast. And so that wasn't going very well in the past week and a half. Evidently, I've had one person in permission pools. I've hosted 4 of them so far, I think. And I've had one person, and no one's came to the Polyfits. So I was like, I need to figure out a way to bring attention to the direction I'm going in. So I try to start these social experiments where I was like, okay, monogamy, thumbs up, polyamory, peace sign. In my Pink Power Energy student ski mask, so I can keep the niche of me wearing the ski mask for people to be able to tell their truth in a safe way. And also wear a costume that represents them fighting the stigma of whatever their story is. That's the whole reason I'm wearing it. I'm not wearing it for the clout. It's to separate ourselves and also give people safety. But no one knows that. They just think I'm clout chasing right now. Which is fine. I don't give a fuck. Really, I really don't. But, so I did the social experiment, and really just, I didn't like the way it just came off, and it just,
I didn't like the process of it. I have no problem with rejection. It just didn't feel like it was impactful and true. It just felt like I was forcing the situation. I was like, this shit ain't it. So I was like trying to figure out different ways. So I said, the whole reason I'm doing this is because I have the 5 jungle missions to liberate the polyamorous and create a home for the polyamorous world, and a voice for the non-monogamous, liberate, educate, entertain it. And really, how am I fighting the stigma? So that's the first jungle mission. 2 is bring spirit back into the non-monogamous world. 3 is to destigmatize STDs and genital herpes and sexual truth. And then normalize nudity and desexualize the body. And then overall, be able to create the opportunity for polyamorous community covenants. And I said, how can I be in service of that? And then I can, because with the ideas and the events I have, no one's coming to them. Because I can't get anybody to come to them because I don't know how to market this shit. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So, you know what? I was like, fuck it. You know what? I can actually do practical experiments for each one of those jungle missions, whether it be about nudity, whether it be about STDs, whether it be about polyamory, non-monogamy, whether it be about spirit, and do quick 60, 90-second practical based theories that I can take statistics on and actually be able to create change, right? So these experiments that I do socially will be rapid pace. It won't be, each time I've tried to do these interviews, they've been so in depth. It's going to be something new. It's going to be something that can give me credibility, first off, because I have the story, I have the blueprint, but I don't have the attention. I don't have the people. I don't have the visibility right now. And even the credibility to be able to be like, this is what I have. You know, I have the story and experience. But I'm not even, the thing is I'm not, the only thing it seems like I'm pushing right now is the polyamorous world. And it's like, no, like all of the 5 jungle missions that I have, that I just mentioned, are part of what's going to create the, I think, direction of a polyamorous community covenant that is clear and concise and necessary to create depth and human connection and community. And so that's the direction I'm going in. So I'm thinking about doing that for each one of the jungle missions. Do social experiment, and I'll explain better in another live, because right now this is just something I thought about tonight. I'm probably just gonna say fuck the poly fit. Maybe I'll still pull up permission pools. Yeah, the language of love, the debate circles gotta go. I mean, I'm still gonna do the naked 5Ks and the Spartan races, but as of right now, I think I'm gonna switch the game plan to try to just do these experiments for each 100 people, clock it in, and get statistics on it, and yeah, call it the jungle experiment and do it. And I'm not explaining this very well right now, but each one of the jungle missions is going to have an experiment that I'm going to do, a social experiment that I'm going to do to get and record information of how people are affected by stigma or nudity or polyamory or spirit, like how, like, get the questions from the people in real life form. And I'm gonna find a better way to explain this because I'm not doing a very good job. But so I'm gonna focus on that. I can do 100 interviews a day and then boom, post that content, and then also do 1 podcast a week. That's the goal, and move accordingly. Yeah. So that's the idea, honestly. But yeah, no, I've been just working on fucking content, and I have been getting I have been yearning for some connection, not sex, but just connection. And so I got back on the apps for a second. I just looked at it, see who I linked, matched with, because I was like, I'm not going down that route of trying to match with people and then express to them my truth, and then they have to go through the checkbox of, oh, HSV2 positive? Nope. Or, oh, he's a nudist? All right. Nope. All right. He's liberating polyamorous world? I'm not polyamorous. Nope. Oh, he doesn't believe in God, but believes in spirit? Nope. You know, it's just just a lot of things to check off. But it's my truth. So, but that being the case, I said, fuck these dating apps. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go on Colette's page, Instagram or Facebook, and just look and see if they have any single women that followed Colette and then message them and be like, hey, I went to Colette, I went to a poly open party, and it was ass. It wasn't ass, but I was trying to do the Fight the Stigma tour, and I just didn't know if you had any other events around, so I sent at least 20 messages. I think only 3 girls actually read it. One saw it, and one, I think, blocked me. It's interesting. I don't know if she saw it. I think she just blocked me straight up. And then the other one messaged me back, but it didn't go anywhere. And then this other lady, I think she has 4 kids. I don't know if she's married, but regardless, I'll find that out tomorrow. But pretty much started talking to her. She already sent me a nude or 2, which is fire. And yeah, we're going to Cava tomorrow. So that's lit. But definitely yearning for some connection right now, for sure. For sure. But other than that, I worked out today, did a little like 1.5 mile run, usually jog, and then I did upper body dips, pull-ups, bench press, and then did a little bit of legs, and then, yeah, had my Chipotle, fat-ass Greek yogurt, 32 ounces, bananas, oranges, oatmeal. Life is good. So, yep, I'm falling asleep. But it's about probably like 1:30. I think it's 2 a.m. or something like that right now. I was literally in my idea bag just now trying to figure out the process of how I can go about like fucking life, so I can actually make practical change, impact, and actually fight the stigma. Like right now, what I'm trying to do is build community without having any roots, right? So, and I can't do that right now. The events that I have, I mean, yeah, ideally, commission pools, I think I'm good to go with that. But the rest, it's just gonna have to wait. Like, it sucks to say, but it's just gonna have to wait. Like, the events that I want to do, yeah, it will be the polyfit, the debate and learn the language of love. Those ritualized circles, it's like, yeah, I'm getting tired. But, so yeah, I was definitely feeling a little wanting connection. I don't really feel lonely anymore. I feel pretty connected. Even though I'm not talking to family or friends like that. But I just know with the path and direction I'm on, this is the price I need to pay. And so, yeah. should look at what I posted. One sec. I'm gonna see what I posted. I'll be right back. Oh yeah. So I started calling some therapists. I only called 2, and one messaged me back, and it's for the Modern Druggle podcast to see if they want to do a naked poly podcast with me. And the other, she didn't pick up. But yeah, I'm trying to get people on the podcast, and I think I found my guy, at least to begin with, just to start, just to get just to get shit set off. Oh fuck. And then I had 2 ideas. I had one talk about smashing the stigma. These are a lot of ideas, I know, but yo, you have to figure it the fuck out, bro. Like, if not, I'm gonna be working on that boat the rest of my fucking life. I just had one of the head chefs hit me up, he's mad transparent, mad dope, dude. He said some girl said that she contracted herpes from me, and I said to him, I'm at peace. I said to him, I have a lot of love and empathy for her situation, because I know what it's like to go through that. But any woman that I've been with has been fully consenting, no matter who it is. Sorry, I'm getting tired. But yeah, I've been fully consenting and honest. And I was like, and I told him, I said, in the direction, I've already been in that situation, July 3rd, 2023, when I had to come to truth with it all on social media. And then not only on social media, it's in my social media bio. Not only is it my bio, it's a story bubble that I have. It says herpes. That my bio, it says HSV2 positive as fuck. I even got Baby Yoda tatted on my thigh saying HSV2 positive as fuck. And you think I'm gonna go back to that guy? No. There's 0% chance. So that was it. But I just said to him, I said, it's just boat drama, bro. It's just boat shit. I don't have to explain myself, but I'll be honest with you, because I respect him and appreciate him, and yeah, I don't want him to look at me in a negative light, but he knows I'll be nothing but transparent and honest. So that was a little tea. That's really just irrelevant information, to be honest. It's just people talking shit because they got nothing else better to do. Sounds like boat life. So yeah, but I have 2 different ideas. Smash the stigma and get a fucking wiffle bat and fill up these balloons and have people smash whatever stigma they felt within the non-monogamous polyamorous world. I thought about going to college campuses and doing that. That should be dope. I also thought of the idea of writing a love letter towards the polyamorous non-monogamous world. And these love letters, I would literally just set up, maybe like a small table and a fishbowl and a paper and a pen. And I have the opportunity to just put a sign up and then just say, write a love letter to National Geographic or what's sweet. Alright, I'm getting a little saucy tired, but yeah. Oh yeah, I got fucking charged $360 for MemberPress. It's this website builder I had for a while, and it sniped me, so what the fuck happened? Oh yeah, another T is I might have to go to, I was definitely wanting to, and this is maybe a little escapism of my own doing, but I got, my brother got a letter in the mail, and it said I had to fucking appear to court in Atlanta on the 13th because y'all remember when I fucking finessed the train, I got ridden up. So I'm like, bruh. So that really blew my life that I might have to be in San Diego and then fly back to Atlanta. But it's all good. Figure it out. Maybe I'll stay in Atlanta for a little bit longer. I just don't want to deal with rain, dog. That's what Austin's so sick being here, because I don't have to deal with no rain. But yeah, I might have to go to court on the 13th. Okay. Good boy, gotta go to sleep. Better. Alright. But overall, how do I feel? I feel I'm obsessed. That's how I feel. I feel like I'm obsessed, dude, trying to figure this shit the fuck out. I feel like... Talked to my brother yesterday as well. Grateful. Saying, you know, family feels the same way. They just wish I was safe. It's like, safe is the new risky. But, yeah. Yeah, a lot of my family don't really have a problem with what I'm doing. They just want me to be safe while I do it. That's all it is. They don't necessarily support what I'm doing. Like, support, like, the polyamorous world shit. But, you know, they know that's just part of my belief. And they don't, you know, they don't neglect me, you know. They still want to love me and want me around. And, you know, I'm a good person, good heart, good soul. But definitely, my mom still watches all my shit on social media, which is insane. Give that woman a heart attack, for sure. Yeah, bro. My mom's watching all of my shit, me sleeping on a fucking pallet, bro. If you had your mom watching you on social media, see you sleeping on a pallet, what do you think you'd be feeling like, bro? You better figure it the fuck out. You better figure it the fuck out. For real. You have your mom stressing about you choosing to go homeless. You ain't gonna figure it out. Your mom's still clipping coupons, but she's making big bread. Like my mom's straight with the bread, but she knows, like, why not? It's practical, smart to save money over time. So that's just the thing. But yep. We're trying to figure out our fucking process. We're trying to learn and grow and take action and be present while also trying to post the shit from the past and also prepare for the future. It's just that shit. Gotta get done. My days be full. And then I'm also trying to take care of myself for these fucking races and shit. And then I'm also each night just putting myself in survival mode. It's just a lot of shit to do. A lot of shit. And each day fucking enigma. I'm gonna make content. My personal. It's like I have the jungle story shit that I post, and then I have the intentionally homeless shit I post. You know, it's a whole nother realm. It's not the same thing. Trying to figure it out. But you know what? Sleeping out in the cut. It's no longer sleeping on a tarp. I literally am on a bed right now, which is so lit. But this definitely gives you the opportunity to have your back against the wall every fucking day. Say, if you don't figure this shit out. Gonna do, what you're gonna be, and in the jungle shit, it's all means nothing. Not that it's not gonna be nothing. It's just you have a lot of regret if you didn't follow through with the time frame and like the opportunity that I have right now, which is grand. So figuring it out. But I'm knocking out, dog. I appreciate y'all. Much love. And let me check, see a few more things if I have some other things that I need to talk about. Nope, not really. Nope, not really. But yeah, so yeah, but I'm at the point in my social media where I was having dinner with the swinger couple, and then also, oh shit. But yeah, I got charged $360, and so I'm like, for this fucking member press shit, it's bullshit. But yeah, no, I was at the point where I was having dinner with the swinger couple, and then also this couple that I met in Naughty Nolans, and then New Orleans, and then I met them actually in Oklahoma Sooner Swing Festival, and then I met them in Naughty Nolans, and then now I met them in Atlanta. It's crazy, but it's alignment that they knew each other. Of course they knew each other. But other than that, that's that. And tomorrow I'm gonna wake up at whatever fucking time, and I gotta do laundry. But just make sure I'm ready by 4 o'clock to go to this Kava shit with this woman and move accordingly. So I'll see y'all on the flip side. Once again, I'm feeling obsessed. I'm just feeling obsessed right now. I'm feeling obsessed with trying to figure out this enigma of how I'm gonna make this blueprint work, of how am I gonna get the attention to, and then be able to do the jungle polyfit, to do the permission pools, to to do the language of love, debate and learn the language of love, to and then figure out how to get people on my podcast, to and then work towards creating the Jungle University, to and then create the opportunity to have products and business opportunities for the jungle, for the community covenants that I'm going to have, and then figure out how I'm going to buy land for a community covenant, and along this process build on trying to find 15 to 40 people that are polyamorous, that are aligned with the mission that I have, which by the time I have a lot of this kicking, I can do that. So then I can find a chosen family that I can then live with and vibe with and explore life with and be with and commit to. And then how do I sustain the polyamorous community covenant? All right, well, I'm gonna have a jungle library where it's a cafe during the day and jungle fever at night, and then I'm gonna have the businesses of this tea and this smoothie powder and try to bring retreats in, and then still live off the land somehow. And then I'm gonna, once that's established and consistent and my fucking community's booming, then I can teach other people how they can do the same. So that's the different, dog. Yeah, I'll see y'all maybe tomorrow, most likely tomorrow. I appreciate you guys. Much love. See y'all. Remember, love, energy, truth, the answer to that question, and stay curious.